Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could have been very current as well. Some of you may be in a situationship. For others of you, this could be a very strong, special connection that you feel, where you have a bond with this person and no one's really speaking up, but you know there's something special there. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. You got wisdom here. Very nice. This person's becoming wiser because of what has happened. All right. We have here laughter followed by creativity, change, abundance, sexuality, fear, embracing the shadow, wisdom, and then we have relationship under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, the connection that I have with you is that of friendship. That is the foundation of this beautiful connection that we have. You know what makes me laugh. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes my heart happy. You're like a ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. And I feel alive with you. I feel happy with you. There's a part of me that wants to create something with you. Something long-lasting for the world to see. I want to be that person that can weave this web of love and make you the center of my world. But that's easier said than done. Too much has happened where there's been this repetitive problem reoccurring over and over again. And I think it's time that things change. I think it's time to change things. This change has to come, because if it does not, everything will remain the same forever. I do feel that in this connection, things that have happened swiftly. They have to happen. Otherwise, there will be this sense of awkwardness and feelings of being uncomfortable for the rest of our days. I do feel that in this connection there is a sense of abundance. I want to change and be that person that can provide you abundance, to work with you, to work as a power couple, to work towards a goal, assets, commitment, trying to be that person who can provide for you. I want to be that person. And I want to change me always wanting to be dependent. I don't want to be dependent on you anymore. I want to be that person. But I also want to stop giving you a reason of being physical because I give you comfort for being intimate. I can't do that. I need to change that because that is not right. I have been with you in my mind and physically, and I feel as if I may have misused you, used you, maybe even abused you. But I do feel that in this connection, you had a lot to give, and I just kept taking, and I took you for granted, and I overindulged. Just because I'm completely obsessed over the way you look, your body, everything about you, your skin, your hair, the scent of you. It's just so alluring and hypnotic, and it's magnetic. I find it difficult to stay away, and I will find any excuse to come close. And now I'm afraid. There's this sense of fear and paranoia for what I've done and the way I've done things. Now I have this sense of anxiety, the sense of fear, this feeling of being very unworthy and not worthy of someone like you, feeling worthless. I don't feel that I can be that person that you want me to be, because that's not the type of individual I am. And after all that has happened between us, I know this distance now, it has made things very awkward between us. The feelings are very uncomfortable. You have seen a shadow side of me that was very dark, impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive, and I have done things to you, I have said things to you that have made you feel very uncomfortable. But now I'm wiser. Is it too late? I don't know. But I do feel that I've learned a lesson, that I've learned from a mistake, and I do not want to repeat it again. This is something that I have learned. And I realize that this is something that I should have learned a long time ago. Instead of dragging it on in this connection, waiting to see what happens, where this goes, misleading you, creating a false impression. Overall, this relationship is on my mind, first and foremost. Many moons, many nights have gone by, and I've stayed awake in bed thinking about you, about what we could be, about how people treat you and how you like to be treated by others. I want to be a part of that family. I want to be a part of your clan. And I want to be that proud supporter of you. But these changes, I don't know if they will be coming soon. And I don't know if I can learn from any of these mistakes just yet. But I do know that I don't want to lose you as a friend, and that I value this friendship. And because I value it, I feel that it's unfair if I treat you this way. I am unworthy of somebody so wonderful, so beautiful, so handsome, which is why I've kept my distance. And I continue to do so. All right, Scorpio. A lot is going on here. So you do have a situation here where I was seeing something really strange. I don't think I've had this combo before. We have change. So somebody here, this could be vice versa because of the intensity of the cards. But this is the overall kind of story that I'm getting here. And you can let me know in the comments below, is this you? Is this a cross watcher? Somebody here wants to make a change because they felt that their sexuality and the intimate times that one has had was being bought. Abundance, money. So you have change, money, sexuality. What does that mean? Somebody here was using money in a way to be intimate. Sometimes you go out for coffee, person holds your hand. You go for dinner, they kiss you. You go for dessert, you're in bed. So it's just like that, right? Like people pay and the other gives. It's just like this unspoken understanding, which is really weird, but I don't know. Like you give them 10 meals and what else you're supposed to do? Like give them the skin off your back. Like I don't like the way that happens. But everybody has their own way of meeting people and engaging with people in these type of relationships. This specific time, though, this individual is feeling that it's a bit awkward now. The situation is not so great. They're starting to see you in a very different light, and they're starting to see that they are not good, and they are not worthy of someone as nice and as beautiful, as handsome as you are. They need to stop and they need to change this way of the kind of, either if they are paying for you or if they are trying to manipulate you through money to be with you in that way. Now there's another story where some of you might be in a situation where there is a problem with money. They want to have a problem, not they want to have a problem, but they want to have a change in this problem so that there can be more intimacy, but even doing that intimidates the person. So here we have two kind of stories, but it's all related to money and well-being. It's related to wealth, assets, being committed, moving in together, investing in something together. So this is something to do a lot with materialistic gain, but it also has this feeling of wanting to change the status quo. On top of that, we have the sexuality card, but we also have fear right next to it. So somebody here is afraid of being in this type of a situation, whereas before they weren't, but things have changed now, and now they are afraid. And now they are feeling that they're not good enough. Why? Because somebody here saw somebody's nasty side. The dark side, they saw that. And this individual now has become wiser because, oh, you saw that nasty side, which makes me afraid of even approaching you sexually, which makes me want to work a bit harder and change things. For what? For the relationship. All right. That is a general love reading. This entire thing is a general love reading, so that might not resonate with everybody out there. Please don't think that it will, because it won't. There's so many of you out there now. Just understand it is a general love reading, and if something does resonate with you, then please do apply that to yourself. If it doesn't, it just means that at this moment in time, there's more people that have other issues that I am tuning into, rather than what you are facing right now. Usually it's the majority of the people, whatever they're feeling, that's what I tune into. Can we get more knottier than that? Desire. And then we have, I do pick only the top cards, that's the way I work, but you got here desire. And you also have here judgment. So this is huge. Just like you had the other card. And this is Nine of Coins, being very independent. Magic, being very tricky. Three of Staffs, also wanting to wait, but not really wanting to wait, because this person seems to be a little impatient. We have a situation here where there were things that were in this person's heart and their mind, and sometimes they would tell you, sometimes they would not. Okay, so this is for those of you in the past. So I'm going in the past now. In this connection, what happened in the first place that caused the problem? Some of you may have been through a few things here where in recent times you feel this person's ghosted you. There's a lack of closure. They're not contacting you as much as they used to. They have just faded in a way, right? So these cards I look at to see what happened in the first place, what caused this. Sometimes people tell us, sometimes they don't. Majority of the time they do not tell us what's on their mind. Now this is going to be very, very targeted and very clear. This is really, I have to say personally, this is on point because you have the sexuality card and now you have the desire card. These I read in the reverse. This talks about being pulled by desire. There was a need to move into the next phase of life, but this person had a lot of impatience, because they were trapped by desires that felt unquenchable. Inconvenient timing, disregard or insensitivity to the importance around yourself. Here we have trapped by desires that felt unquenchable. No matter how much they had you sexually, it was just not enough. My God. Ooh, that's just too much. That's just too much. That's like, oh my God, it's like somebody wanting to just keep you, for that purpose, right? And we all know what that is. I don't want to say it, but basically the feelings here were like, I want to just chain you to the bed, and that's all you're there for my pleasure whenever I want. But even then, the chains would be off because they're constantly with you. That's what they had in their heart and their mind. They were so addicted to you. They were addicted to you sexually, and they were being pulled by desire big time. They felt that the timing was very inconvenient, though. There were certain things that were happening in their life also, of course. Maybe they weren't able to make that payment for that home or that condo or the flat or whatever you guys want to get together. They weren't able to do something. They weren't able to get the car or buy that van where you guys could go on that vacation. Like, there was something here where it came to money and settling down, materialistic gain, where it became a little bit of a conflict, an issue in this person's life. Now we also have here judgment. Judgment. This talks about, traditionally it talks about choices, passages, and changes, but we're talking about the reverse. Here it talks about stagnation, the inability to act. On purpose, creating blockages, giving up control to the universe. A choice must be made, and it should have been made, between the higher and the lower impulses. So this is what happened. A choice must be made, sometimes between the higher and lower impulses. Higher is spiritual, lower is physical. This person had to make a choice. What were they making a choice about? About whether they should quench their thirst with you sexually. Here we also have the inability to act, so they knew it was wrong. Remember, you had the fear card, right? The fear card talks about how they know that this is not right. This is not right at all. They felt paranoid. They felt guilty. They felt anxious, anxiety, unworthy, worthless, those type of feelings they had felt because they knew it was not the right thing to do. They knew that using another human being, intimately on whatever level, right? Even if it was a little bit, guys, sometimes somebody takes advantage of you, even for a little moment, right? A small moment. And that is a scar and traumatic for the rest of your life. It happens. It totally happens. Happens to everybody, men and women, both. So something here happened and this person knew that it was not right, but they went ahead and did it anyway. This was in the past. And now with the fear card, now they've taken a step back and it really upsets you because you're like, oh, like what happened? What happened? Yes, this person may have been interested in you, but they realized that it was full of lust. Full of passion, but lust, desire, and that was it. Toxic. Almost the devil energy as well. Feeling as if you are tied to this person spiritually in a way, not being able to let go. Wow. We have here also the Princess of Arrows. Princess of Arrows here, it talks about waiting for news. So this person at some point in time was waiting for some type of news, wanting to understand things, but they were not able to understand as much as they would have liked to. There was a sense of ignorance and confusion. Okay, ignorance, confusion. Ignorance, the confusion, both of them are coming from the fact that they thought that when the both of you got together, I'm seeing the word Tinder, and I don't promote or demote anybody in any way. I'm not affiliated with anybody. Here, I'm seeing some type of a social media platform where the both of you may have met, but the type of platform that it is, it shows the type of intention that the other person had. And your person of interest, when they got into this connection, they thought that you and them are on the same page. Let's just play, let's just have fun, casual. But then one of you may have caught feelings. And you moved on in this journey of love. And the other person is like, wait a minute, what's going on here? That's where things stop from their point of view. I have on my other channel called Asnointia Audio. That's on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. There's one called, I forgot the name, but it's around casual connections of friends with benefits and hookup culture. That's what the title of the actual thumbnail is, around those keywords. Have a look at that because that is exactly what has happened in this connection. You guys might not have met on a social media platform. Maybe you didn't meet on Tinder. Maybe you met through somebody. But the problem here is that the meeting of the minds didn't happen. One person thought that, okay, this is the way my plan is. The other person thought, that is my plan. Inside of their hearts and minds, they thought that they were going to be working together, but they were on different levels. And that was never discussed because people usually don't discuss that. It's just assumed and understood through actions. This is why at some point in time, this person started to realize that, you know what? You are really that person that is wanting to give, or you are emotionally involved in this connection, and they needed to take a step back, which is why they started to feel very unworthy of the type of affection you were giving them. They didn't feel that it was right. They felt that they were using you, and they knew that that was wrong. That's why they took a step back, because things started to feel very uncomfortable and very awkward. This is a whole lot of sexual energy, guys. And I know, as tempting as it may seem, it may be very difficult for some of you to even move on. For a small portion of you, there could be love involved. For some of you, I'm seeing here the majority of you, the love is a little less. It's more of affection. It's more of an attraction, infatuation. That's kind of what it's like. All right. Let's have a look. Ooh. We have here Two of Swords. This is the Beginner's Tarot. So these cards I look into see what happened in this connection where things now have started to lead to more changes, any actions, any plans, any intentions. So everything that happened in the past has piled up, and now these are any actions, intentions, plans that this person has towards you. Good. You had wisdom at some point in time. There was some wisdom that was occurring in this connection, and now you have strength here, which is really good. So first card's the strongest. We have here the Two of Swords. Some of you can't see these, so let me tell you. It's Two of Swords, Strength, Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So here, with the Two of Swords, this person knows what they've done. They know that they were wrong, but they're in denial. They don't want to deal with it. If I just close my eyes, it's not there. That's what's happening. If I don't see it, it ain't there, which is so duh. You can't do that. That doesn't happen. This person doesn't want to see it. They don't want to hear about it. And about what? About you and this connection, about your feelings, about how much they've hurt you. They don't want to hear about it. You know why? Because they know they're wrong. They know they're the one at fault. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. They've closed their heart. The swords are across their chest. So even any type of information, especially emotionally triggering information, they don't want to deal with that. So they are aware that they've done something wrong, but they don't have the courage or the guts. The word denial is coming here. They're denying. They're in denial that any of this has happened or it can happen. Here we also have Strength. Now, this is a gorgeous card to have, very good, positive card to have in a reading. This does talk about where this person is in denial and they're kind of on the back burner there. They don't want to deal with the situation. They are coming to the realization that they can no longer ignore this because it's bothering them. They really do feel worthless as a human being, and they want to be a better person. They want to be a better human being. They're gaining the strength, the courage, the wisdom to finally reach out to you, be that person that you want them to be, and then move forward. Now, what are they doing? Are they gaining the strength to reach out to you? Nope, not yet. They're gaining the strength to walk forward and to move on from the mindset that they have, to become a bit more spiritual, to become a bit more wiser. So they're moving on from that kind of, this frenzy that they were in, this, I don't even know what to call it, like this bubble, this infatuation bubble, desire bubble, toxic bubble that they were in. They want to move on out of that type of territory in that area. And so they are going to be moving away from that. And they're trying to gain some perspective. They're trying to be a better person. But it's going to take some time. We also have here the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords here, it does talk about how in this connection, this individual, after they go to this quiet place and they think about life and contemplate their existence, then they end up thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lose my Scorpio. I better hurry the heck up. And then rush. They're speeding to you. Coming towards you, sweeping you off your feet, really wanting to just have you. Now, why are they feeling this? The overall arching theme, we have here Five of Pentacles. The person realizes that they don't have emotion. They feel that they have been emotionless, emotionally sterile. They feel left out in the cold. They feel neglected. By what? they feel that because they did this to you, they don't deserve love. And even if somebody was to talk to them, they still think, yourself, if you were to talk to them, they still think that there's a part of you that probably really hates them. This is what they feel. Maybe a part of you does. A part of you does love them still. That's why you're here. Now, what's interesting with this card is that it's only a temporary phase. Here we have a snowstorm. There's a storm. It's a blizzard and some other cards it shows. But blizzards don't last forever, right? Eventually, they do dissipate, settles down, sun comes out, things are fine. So even this phase, this stage that this person's in mentally, it will change. And right now they're feeling that they're not good enough. They feel rejected. They feel neglected. And that is not your fault. They've put themselves into this position by themselves on their own. And that's their lesson. That's what they have to learn. Eventually, I do see this individual gaining that strength, realizing who they are and what they want to do. And then they're rushing back into your life because they see that what they've done is wrong. Here, with the Five of Pentacles, it talks about a lack of resources as well. Sometimes not being able to afford, like I said, afford assets, afford a home, afford anything to do with money. Not being able to provide you with those material resources to have a comfortable life. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you're earning more money than this person. But still, from the other person's point of view, when people love each other, they always want to be there to support each other. That's what true love is. You want to support each other. You want to be there for each other. You don't want to burden the other person. That's what true love is. So when you have that feeling, this is why this person's hurting, because they can't do that for you. Because that wasn't their objective. That's not what they used to think about before. Only now are they starting to think about this. After they realized that their focus was completely different. It was on the physical instead of being on, let's make a commitment, let's build something together. So things are changing, guys. And it is really beautiful. It is good. It's slow. However, when this person rushes into your life, make sure that you do not rush with them because they have been very impulsive in the past. You guys have already had the desire card, you've had the judgment card, and you had the sexuality card. Like, oh my God, that's just too much. It's too much. This person needs to whoa, horsey. They need to calm down. Just take it easy. And let's just trot a little. Let's just trot. Let's not run. We don't need that anymore. And it'll be you leading, Scorpio. If you set your healthy boundaries, this person will respect you. They will last longer in your life if you keep up those healthy boundaries and if you let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. You have to be assertive with this specific individual. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this particular connection. We have here perfect timing, followed by helpful people. Oh, very good. Take action. And we have no. Okay. Then we have yes. Then we have a card that just fell down. 1 second. Ask your angels. All right, you got 2 cards that just popped out. A year from now. And please don't be surprised if it's a year from now. It definitely seems the way this person's thinking, the way their body physically feels, they need to take many, many cold showers. Yes, you got 2 yeses, people. All right. Good to go. Very nice. Very nice. We have here perfect timing. So things are going to happen. They are going to happen in divine timing. This will happen when the timing is right, not when you think it's going to be right, because only the universe and God and the angels know when things will be there for you, what you deserve, not what this person deserves. Why should this person, if they want to rush into your life, why should things be given to them so easily? No. This person's going to change. And when they do, that is when the doors will open and the gates will flood with this love and this rush of love and this desire to give you promise. Now, I hope this resonates with the majority of you, but if some of this reading wasn't resonating with you, it could be that this portion might not resonate with you either. So please don't try to force it. Although I hope that it does work out for you, but not all of it will, because this is a general love reading for you. Now, we also have here helpful people take action. No. There's going to be people that you find that are helpful in your life. They're great people. You ask these people questions, you tell them about your problems, and they give you their answers. Let them give you their answers. Let them give you your opinions. But based on what they say, should you take any action? No. Don't take any action based on what they say. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in the back of your mind. Keep it as knowledge. But that's it. They are saying here, there are helpful people, which is great. Take action? No. Don't take action, because you will want to take action after you speak to these people. And they're telling you, no, don't do that. They're telling you, no, don't do that. The grid here talks about, no, listen to your intuition. So don't listen to them. Listen to your own intuition. Here we have, yes, ask your angels. People may make mistakes. People may make mistakes. Angels, 99.9999%, they do not make mistakes. The majority of the time, they do not make mistakes, but they can. They're also beings that have schedules. They have their own lives, even if it is infinite, but they do make mistakes. However, in this case, yes, ask your angels. And when you ask your angels, you will be receiving messages from the divine, from the angels, in your mind, on billboards, on the radio. You'll be seeing things, hearing things that are only going to make sense to you. We do not worship or pray to angels. These beings are there to help us. We do give them the highest amount of respect, though. They work for, and the way I contact them is through the Christ consciousness, who is Jesus. Through Jesus, I get to Jesus' Father, and it prefers being in the alpha state, which is the father state, which is the leader, the confident, the go-getter, the alpha. It has the feminine qualities as well, but it prefers being in the alpha state. So that's when I say he, that's the reason why I say he. So who we call God. These beings, they work for God. It's like a management. He's the manager and they're the employees. So that's how you get to them. You go through them, you ask for permission for them. Within a split second, you will be in their energy. Some of you may feel it, some of you might not, but don't doubt it. They are there. They are there. Talk to them, tell them what your issue is, and ask them for some advice. The best thing they do is give you guidance and advice. And eventually you will be able to listen to your own intuition. So trust them more than the people that you're going around trusting, because somebody here might be a little jealous and they might be spreading a little bit of rumors and things like that. Now, some of you may be really upset seeing the words here a year from now. Totally understand. Unfortunately, in this deck, it only does go up to a year. It does not go up to 3 years or 4 years, 5 years from now. It doesn't go up to that. So if you saw this last year, you may get upset because, oh, look at this. Asnointia said this, and look at this. It's back again. So it's not my fault, guys. It's just the way it is. It's not my fault. Don't shoot the messenger. It will take time, especially for this person to rewire their brain and their body parts to try to respect you the way that you are supposed to be respected. As a human being, as somebody who's smart, intelligent, passionate, you have your own goals, your aims in life. You are what you are because there's a reason for it. That's why you have those types of feelings and emotions. There's always a reason for it. So Don't change yourself to accommodate this person. Let this person come and they will adapt and they will change because they will start to value who you are, because they didn't really do that before. They only valued a small part of you, which is more of the physical, the passion. They didn't really look at everything else. Eventually, I see them doing that. The overall arching theme, we have yes. And there's going to be a better balance here. Moon and Sun. Yes, there's going to be a better balance going forward in equal give and take. So this is going to be really good for the both of you. This is growth. This is a lesson learned. And in this lifetime, most likely you were put in this person's life to teach them a lesson about love. Lust, everybody can do. You can even pay money and get that, right? But it's that emotion. Where does that emotion come from? It comes from your past life. It comes from God. The essence of existence in the universe is love. Everything starts with love. Even a beautiful painting, you create a painting, it's a creation. You have love, you have that ambition, that passion to create that. There's an essence that you put inside of it and it comes to life. People admire it. That is just like your portrait in your life. Your life is like a painting. It's like a canvas. And you, piece by piece, will be putting things on top of it as time goes by. And eventually, at some point, you're going to like what you see. Some people don't. And they have to go back and they have to erase a few things and color a few things on top of that. That is what this person's going through. Your canvas seems to be pretty good. Let's leave it that way. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It's very specific. I know some of you might not be resonating with it. It has a lot to do with like money, finances, assets, and stuff like that. But, even remotely related, even if you gave this person like $50 to go down to the drugstore and they just never showed up or something like that, right? They never came back. They stole your $50, right? Something like that. It's to do with money. It's to do with assets. It's to do with settling down. And it just didn't happen. However, things are changing, which is really nice. All right. That is your reading, Scorpio. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And please also check out my other channel, Asnointia Audio, where I have relationship-related videos, spiritual connections, as well as what and who are negative energies, how to get rid of these things. Hopefully soon, fingers crossed, I'll be able to upload something brand new for all of you to see. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.